I suddenly realised one day, this isn't a career, this isn't just a hobby, this is actually a way of life now. So it's always quite difficult to know how to start a video when there's not a subject or a bigger picture or something else to focus on, but today we're focusing on just this. So I'm just going to go with, I'm Matthew Everington, I am a Shropshire based photographer in the UK, but today is the 19th of June and this is officially the start of my journey as a content creator. Growing up as a child, I always had a really creative spirit. I always loved the hands-on approach opposed to the theory approach. But it wasn't until about 14 years ago I actually won my first camera. And this then finally gave me a tool to really be able to express my creativity in a way that I could actually share this with others. So right from the beginning, I always knew that I had this burning passion for photography. But I suppose, as with most people, you don't really know how deep this goes until you explore it. And that's exactly what I did. But it wasn't really until I actually got forced into shooting my first wedding, and it was by an old boss, and he badgered me and badgered me and badgered me to go and shoot his wedding. Now at this time I was very much like, no, weddings are too much stress, too much hassle, too much responsibility. But you know, after some negotiation I finally warmed to the idea and thought, you know what, let's give it a go. And that was really where my creative skills behind the camera started, and my passion for what I do today really was ignited. So yeah, this is really where I sort of started to realise that this thing I started as a hobby that I found a love for, it was actually starting to turn into something so much more. And back in 2017, I decided, let's take a leap, let's make it a business. And that's exactly what I did. So I started off the company, it was called Backlash Photography. A little bit of a cringe name now looking back on it, but you know, you don't plan for where you're going to end up in life, so I just rolled with it. But anyway, we'll come back to that in another video. Fast forward 10 years and we rebranded to Bliss Photography. Now the reason I did this was purely because I wanted to realign the values of the company with how I feel about it now. So this thing that I started that was a hobby, you know, it's not a hobby anymore. It's not even a business or a career anymore. Photography to me now it's a way of life. It's a way of expressing everything around me that I see. And what I get from photography is worth so much more than the business. It's worth so much more than the bank account. It's my support network. It's the way I express myself. It's the way that I communicate with people. So that was the reason for the rebrand, and this is where I'm at today. So anyway, let's fast forward to today. Why are we here? Why have I become a content creator? So I'm not really interested in the fame or trying to become some big public figure. The reason I'm starting this channel is because I want to share my experiences with you. I want to be able to try and help people along the way. You know, people who are looking to get into photography. Hopefully I can provide something that will enable them to make that step forwards. I'll give you behind the scenes from shoots that I'm on. I want to take you on my adventures, but most of all I just want to create something that is enjoyable to watch, that gives a realistic view of the wedding world and all the other shoots that I'm involved in, and something that you guys can just follow and experience for yourselves. Something else that's quite personal to me is the mental health struggle. This is something that's been a big part of my life, most of my life. And it's an aspect that I want to touch on in some of the videos. I might even do a couple of videos purely about it. I'm not going to go too much into that now, but I just want to document the side of the wedding world and the photography world that maybe other people don't see. And just document what it's like to be there, just so I can paint a realistic view, and anybody that's looking to get into this industry, they don't come into it blindly just thinking that, you know, it's this amazing thing that's really, really easy. So I'm going to wrap this video up here. It's only my first video, so I'm not going to go too far in depth because we've got so much more we can cover in the following videos. However, if you like this video, or even if you think I did well in this first video, then drop a like on it. And if you'd love to follow my journey, if you think you're going to get something out of this, then hit that subscribe button because it will only help the channel grow in future. Likewise, if there's something you want to see on this channel, if there's some tips or tricks or something you'd like me to take you in behind the scenes, then pop it in the comment section below, or even just let me know how I did, because all engagement helps, and as you'll know, it'll help the channel grow. So that's me signing off for now. I will see you in the next video where I am going to take you behind the scenes to a shoot I did in France a couple of months ago. I'll see you in the next one.